Welcome to New York.
All right, I am here at New York Comic Con 2011 with Mr. Tom Chu, who I entirely have never met before.
No, never met before. Who are you? Why are you interviewing?
I'm Joe Quesada.
Oh, hey Joe, how are you?
No, it's going pretty well, man.
Hey, how's it going?
Spider-Man.
Yeah, how's Disney?
Oh, Disney's the best, man. Spider-Mouse.
Spider-Mouse.
So, you have been doing some coloring.
Yes.
Now, I've gotten to know a couple colorists in my day. And you dudes are some unsung heroes, I find, in a lot of work.
People think that we're just a bunch of monkeys pushing buttons and stuff just come to life, And I think guys like Josh Bertram, really brings out educate people what we do as part of the team for the comic book. And it's gotten to a point where the industry evolved so much and computer graphic evolved so much that we are now more integral part of the team. A good colorist can make a book, and a bad colorist can break a book. So it's gotten to that point.
Yeah, as I understand it, it's like I can bring up an example off of the Transformers books. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of Transformers, but
what?
It's kind of like Voltron.
Oh, I know Voltron. I love Voltron.
It's my favorite Gundam.
Oh yeah. I love Gundams too.
The thing I've seen is we've had books where the art was a little bit wonky, and then the same artist's work it was saved by one colorist, and then that very same work was just the obliteration was set right in by another colorist.
Absolutely. It's definitely gotten to that stage where colorists can make a difference. It's no longer just you put some flat color on it and call it a day. Now a colorist can bring your attention to certain areas, bring out certain details, push back certain details, and can make a bad artist look good, a good artist look bad. So,
yeah, well, definitely. So what are you working on right now? That you'd like to
right now I am part of the new 52 at DC, working on a book called Man of War. And, it's been a fun ride, and I hear a lot of good things that the whole relaunch gimmick sold a lot of books. So hopefully that trend will continue. And I'm also doing Marvel Handbooks for Marvel, and I get to color all these wacky characters that nobody knows about. One in particular that always stuck with me was this guy called the Phone Ranger. Now the Phone Ranger is this guy wearing red and yellow. He has the touchstone dial pad on his chest, and he had a huge red receiver behind him. And it is just one of the most bizarre characters I have ever seen. And if somehow he ever made it into a Marvel movie, I would just die. I would just die. Dial down the center,
yeah, gotta hit zero for operator.
Yeah, exactly.
So I have one more question, actually. Since you're working on New 52,
right?
And that's been tied very heavily into the current thing of the big two getting into online and digital distribution. Being that you're part of the art side of things, how do you feel about digital distribution? How do you feel about, it's not going to be on paper stock, it might be viewed on a phone,
Right, here's the way I view the whole print media versus digital distribution. As much as I love digital distribution, I know that it's not a widespread thing yet. Maybe in New York, maybe in LA, some of the key cities, more people have these tablets, but it's still a luxury item. It's still not common. And so print will always exist. But the beauty of digital, to me as a colorist, is that I don't have to worry about conversions. Because whenever I convert from RGB to CMYK, a lot of the value colors loses vibrance. And when you watch shows on TV, they're all RGB. So you can have a rich, beautiful glow that would never translate to print media. So now if you do, properties like the Transformers, you do property like Star Wars, the lightsaber can actually look neon, bright colors.
Yeah.
The laser blast can actually look amazing. But on the print form, you will never, because CMYK cannot reproduce that fluorescent look. So there is something to be said about the digital version of things. You can now enjoy the richness that us as an artist are trying to bring you. Whereas working with the limitations, we have to be safe. Like purple doesn't translate well, some green doesn't translate well. So we're really limited when it comes to print. But when it comes to digital, we can now do purple lightsaber, Mace Windu's purple lightsaber. We can now do, Shockwave with a glowing, gun arm. Now those things can actually come out and pop out at you. So, and I'm also pushing for the boundary beyond just two-dimensional comics. Motion comic, that's awesome. If you could somehow interact a little bit with the subject, that's always going to push the whole industry as a whole to a whole new level. Imagine you can have a showdown between Megatron and Optimus, and you can actually, push Megatron to trigger, and you can have Optimus blocking the shot. How cool would that be? You can never do that with a print media. So, but on the flip side, when you invite someone to your house, and you can impress people by having an extensive collection on your wall, but when you have a digital media, you have nothing on your wall.
They gotta check out my phone.
Yeah, check out my iPad. Everything is in here. I have a 64 gig. Yay for you. Whereas if you have a bookshelf of collected trades,
get the wall of spines.
That's impressive.
Yeah, totally.
You walk in, you're in awe of the collector's value of it, and I think that's very important because as much as people are enjoying the artwork, that collective mentality, that collector's mentality, is what keeps us going. Because these things are getting rarer. Companies are cutting down. So this collector's mentality is going to what's fuel the industry for moving forward. So I'm hoping that there's a nice common ground that digital and print can find a place to coexist. I would hate to see either one getting wiped out, but I would hate to see that. I would love to see that they can coexist.
That's what I hope for too.
Yes,
I definitely hope for that because there's value in both.
And I still love to go to comic book shops because that's how I got started in the industry. I met people at comic book shops who are also professionals who got me into the industry. And I love discussing things with real people. As much as I love discussing it online, I love to see human interactions, and it helped me make friends. It's not just another faceless avatar on the internet. You're actually making friends. So I like that. I like that social ability of it.
Okay, cool. Well, it's good to hear that perspective because that's to me one of the most interesting things in comics right now is the growing thing of digital, of print, and how they see it seems to be becoming digital versus print.
Right.
I'd much rather see it like you. I'd much rather see it be digital and print.
Yeah, it should be a cohesive thing. I don't think comic book is a small enough industry. I don't need the infighting. I need to work. We need to work together and expand comic beyond just Marvel and DC, beyond just Superman and Spider-Man. Everybody has a story to tell, and everybody deserves to more kick-ass, more Walking Dead, more stuff like that. We need more. Comic book is not just about superheroes. It's not just about Stranger in Paradise type of indie comic books. It's about everything. I want us to get to the level like Japan, where you got a comic book about people making sushi, or golf, or tennis player. If you can get excited about tennis player in a comic book form, that's, I feel, we have reached where we're no longer about the company. We're about the culture of storytelling. So that's what I'm all about.
All right, so thanks very much.
No problem.
People can check you out on the upcoming Man of War?
Yeah, upcoming Man of War, and they can also check me out at Color Dojo at .deviantart.com, and they will see my artwork there, and I'll post up regular journals to let them know what I'm doing.
Excellent. Well, thanks very much, man.
No problem.
And sometime you should check out them Transformers. It's like Voltron.
Morphers?
Yeah, exactly.
Transmorphers. Yeah,
great
definitely.
movie.
All right.
And a sequel even.
Really?
Sign of a good movie.
All right.
They made more than one.
Morphers.
Yes.
Yeah,
PH. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks very much.
They're
man.
like Power Rangers, right? Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
It's like Voltron.
Awesome.